Hi folks, Lucy here. Today what we're going to do is we're going to rebuild this caretaker system. And what we have here is the rebuild kit. So I'm going to take this apart, we're going to show you how to put it together. One of the first things I want to explain though is if you have a caretaker system, an in-floor cleaning system that is made by Caretaker, periodically you want to check. There's a screen in here. A lot of people don't know about this. You should. So, see that screen? It gets clogged up. And one of the things that's really important is that it's supposed to be facing this way, okay? If you can see that, this way up, not down inside of there. So, right now we're just going to take it off, but when you need to check these like once a month to make sure they're not clogged, all right? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to clear away all these rocks and then show you how to take the band off and then show you how to replace these diaphragms, I think. Okay, these parts, sorry. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to undo this, take the top off and show you what it looks like inside, and then we're going to replace these with, there's a gearbox in here, or gears, and I'll show you how to put it all together, okay? So I'm going to be a few minutes getting all this away and I'll be back. Okay, so you want to make sure that there's sufficient room under here, that you've dug deep enough, because you don't, when you take the band off, you don't want any rocks and stuff to get in. So right now we're just going to take this band off, okay? And I'll be back in a minute because it'll take me a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to take the band off. And now what we're going to do is see how there's all these different screws all over and on the bottom. So I'm going to get a screwdriver, hold that, undo each of these and separate them. So these are the, see the difference, or hear the difference, I don't know, like that's really loose, these diaphragms, and these have some pop to them. Okay, so we're going to replace those, and these O-rings here, they come with O-rings, so we'll get to work. So right now I'm just going to take these off and undo them. So I have found it easiest to just hold on to the nut and use your screwdriver. If you have a battery-powered screwdriver, that's fine. I don't have mine with me today. But so basically, you're just going to go around and undo these. Okay, a couple things before we move forward. The rebuild kit comes with the screws and the nuts, but what I noticed, I don't know why they did this, but they are a lot shorter. Whoops, I'm sorry. They're a lot shorter than the ones you're going to pull off. So I would hang on to the ones you're taking off, okay? Also, it comes with the little ball bearings. You want to keep those. And on the gears, okay, you notice that there's a rubber band here. Don't take it off, okay? There's a reason not to. Basically you just don't want to undo all these. So they tell you to, when you put it on with the rubber band, and then we're going to cut it off, okay? So right now we're just going to take this apart. Now there's an O-ring down here, and each one of these has an O-ring around it. Okay, so we're going to take off each of these O-rings, and they come with replacements. Let's open this up. Okay. All right, so we're just going to change everything inside. Notice that there's a washer right here. You're going to want to put that down there before you put the gears in. Okay, so we're taking all these out. And do you notice that? See how really wiggly these are? So that's why we're doing this, okay? Remember, much different. there. I like to clean these up a little bit, just a little WD-40. And they say do not lube these up, so if they say so, we're not going to. Make sure you push them down really good, really well. Okay, now for this side, when you put the diaphragm things back in, this little square part has to be facing towards the center, okay? And at the beginning, you're not going to get a lot of tension until they're all in. So we're just going to place them in. Notice how they kind of like butt up against each other. Okay, and push down real hard, and then how you actually test to see if they're all in or not is to turn it upside down, okay? And so if they stick, they're in good, all right? And so you get your little ball bearing things. And they go in the middle. Now, the fun part. Actually, on this one, see, sometimes this rod gets stuck inside of this thing here, you know, this rod. And so if it does, I just leave it and line it up and take it out. But we don't have to deal with that right now. So, yay. All right, so there's washers underneath here, and then we put this in. There's a little hole down in there. And see how that kind of snapped down a little? That's how you want it. I like just to put my O-ring on right now while the rubber band's still on there. Okay, so you want to lube up the O-ring here a little bit. And then your goal is there's a little knob right here, a little stem thing. And on the bottom part here, there's a larger hole. There's a larger hole on the lid. So you want to match up that hole with that little stem, and also get the rod here. Underneath there's a hole. And you want to match it all up so that the lid fits snugly over the bottom part. Make sure I got the right one. All right, right there. Okay. Now, you get your I'm just curious. See these screws? These screws that they give in the rebuild kit don't even reach to the other side, so I don't know what happened there. So anyway, you just basically get your screws and you start putting them underneath. You get your nuts and just start tightening it around. So I'll be back when it's all done, okay? Okay, so we have all the little screws there. What I did, I just put it up on like a table, and so I can reach underneath that. And then what we're gonna do is lube up down here on this part where we're gonna be putting the top. So we can put this new O-ring on there. Okay, nice and snug. Now, when you put this top on this side over here, there's a little tiny hole. It's almost like the same thing about putting the top on the bottom part here, and then there's a little tiny stem thing here. Okay, so that has to fit in over there. All right, and then we're going to put the band on and tighten it up, and then put this union back on with the screen, and I'll try to do it, real fast because we're running out of light. All right, I'm going to pause it a minute while I tighten all this stuff up, and I'll be right back. Okay, and while you're tightening it, you just want to kind of go around from the back towards the nut, and just make sure that it's nice and even. Okay, so you want to put the screen back in. Okay, I lubed these O-rings up, and we're just going to place this, and you only want to hand tighten these. Okay, we're gonna turn the system on, but I want to show you one more thing. Okay, so now we have the valve, the gearbox, everything put together. I want to show you something really, really important about the Caretaker system and most in-floor cleaning systems. The thing about the Caretaker system is that there's a valve here, but if you notice that there's a pipe that runs down here, and that goes to the pool. This is the inlet, okay? The water's coming in this way. The way the valve is that the water is coming up here, and all of it, 100% of it, is going into the gearbox. That's what you want when you have one of these systems, because what happens is that, I'm going to switch over here. So what happens is that a lot of people will complain that their in-floor cleaning system does not work. They are a really good system if you have the valves correct. This is the proper way to do it, okay? So this is fully open. A lot of people, I go to their homes and they have it like that. So it's half and half. So the water's coming in, half of it's going down into the side of the pool, and the other half is here, and that is not enough force to make the pop-ups work properly. So be absolutely sure that your valve is blocked off going to the pool, the side of the pool, and that is going 100% here. Okay, so that's it. I hope you learned something. This is a really important point on these, because I know a lot of you are frustrated that you believe your pool systems don't work. They are good. You just have to have the valves correct. All right. That's all. So come visit me on my website, and we'll see you later.